Someone asked me for this recipe, so here we go. Finnish oven meat pie, lihapiirakka. A tasty dish for any occasion, also parties. First we need to boil 2 eggs, so we need 2 hard-boiled eggs. Then we are gonna cook some rice, 1 cup of ground rice. In 2 cups of water, let's add 1 cup of water later. Water was salted, of course. Then we'll need to chop 1 onion. And while rice is cooking, let's fry the onion. And also we need to fry about 1 pound of ground beef. Add some spices to the meat. Salt, oregano, paprika, basil, black pepper, pinch of allspice. And mix it well. Rice has been cooking for 20 minutes, so it seems to be quite ready. A little taste test. Yes, it's fine, and there's not much water in there, so let's put that also there to the pan with meat. Mix it again, and then those 2 eggs we had, chop them up. It needs to be quite fine, so let's add them there as well. And then we can prepare the batter for the crust. 2 cups of flour, half a cup of potato mash powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then 200 grams of softened butter. That's 1 3/4 sticks of butter. So the butter needs to be soft, not melted, so that you can mix it with your hands. So pinch the butter to the batter thoroughly, so this takes some time. And then let's add some water, 3/4 of a cup. Add it little by little so that you don't add too much. It gets sticky like this. Then we add half a cup of flour more, and that must be added manually. This is actually one of the nicest batters there are. It's really easy to roll and really easy to close. It is just behaving very nicely. Then let's cut this in half, because we need 2 pieces, 2 equal sized pieces. This could be actually done in 2 ways, one for the bottom and one for the top, but actually I prefer doing 2 smaller pies, so that it's not 1 large pie, it's two pies. It's also easier then to cut the pieces. So roll the dough quite thin. Make sure that it doesn't stick to the table. Add some flour beneath there. And when it's nice and thin, almost the size of the whole baking sheet, you can then start filling it. Put half of the meat, rice and egg mix there. And then close the pie by lifting the edges on top. Close the endings. And then you can turn it around so that this stays below, so it looks also pretty. You can then still adjust it a bit to look nice and even, and make some little holes there with the fork. Then repeat the same process for the other piece. Of course you could put this one below and one on top, but I prefer 2 smaller pies. It's also easier to put into freezer later if it's not very large pie. Here you can see how the crust is easy to, this dough is really easy to mold and it doesn't break. So the other one also ready. Then take 1 egg and just mix it in a bowl and brush it over the pies. This will make it nice and golden when it comes out of the oven. And to the oven, about 400 degrees, 20 minutes or so. No, not ready yet, a little bit more. So until it's nice and golden and brown, like this. Don't they look good or what? The same crust works well for salmon rice pies or cabbage pies or even mushroom pies. Oh, this brings back memories.